Namaste students. The past does not repeat itself, but it rhymes. These words are said by Mark Twain, an American writer, inventor, narrator, and social observer. He wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, a characterization and realism. Now, we are going to see a mighty emperor, Ashoka. Students, in the last session we had learnt about proto-history in detailed form. Now we are going to see about the emperor Ashoka. Do you know Ashoka? Historians consider that the Mauryan Empire was the first well-established empire in India. Ashoka was the most famous ruler of ancient India. Ashoka came victorious in the Battle of Kalinga, but the terrible battle made Ashoka to embrace Buddhism and spread Dharma. After that, Ashoka devoted his entire life to the spread of Buddhism throughout Asia. Charles Allen brought out the greatness of Ashoka in his book The Search for India's Lost Emperor. As per that, we had authentic evidence about Ashoka in Sanchi Stupa and Saranath Pillar. So what is Sanchi Stupa? It is a memorial built in the state of Madhya Pradesh in the city of Sanchi in India. It is located 46 kilometers in northeast of Bhopal and it is the capital of Madhya Pradesh. The Great Stupa at Sanchi is one of the oldest stone structures in India. It is also an important monument of architecture. The next is Saranath Pillar. This is 50-meter long pillar along with the Dhammic Stupa are Ashoka's gift to Buddhism, and the entire complex has a calm aura to it. Bull, a lion, an elephant and a horse are depicted on the base of the Ashoka pillar, which symbolizes the four pillars and the different phases of Gautam Buddha's life. The last is Dharma Chakra. So what is Dharma Chakra? You had been known something about Dharma Chakra. Let me explain in detail. Ashoka Chakra is sometimes also known as Dharma Chakra or Samay Chakra. The 24 spokes contained in the Ashoka Chakra represents the 24 Dharma Rishis of the Hindu religion who were able to wield the whole power of Gayatri Mantra. Students, till this our chapter 1 is getting over. Now we can see the learning objectives. So first is what is history? What are the 6W questions? Why to study history? First we had completed what is history. The second is the 6W questions. What happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Why did it happen? To whom did it happen? What were its consequences? So these are the 6W questions. Now you can take the topic Kalinga War and according to that you can answer the above 6W questions and you can write it in your note. The last and final thing is why to study history. To understand and change and how our society came to be. Learn from past success and failures. Understand and respect one another and develop our critical thinking skills. The next is we can recall our today's session. first we had seen about the mighty Emperor Ashoka. Second is about the Sanchi Stupa. Third is Saranath Pillar. The next we had seen about Dharmachakra and we saw what are the 6W question. And the lesson to study history. Now we can conclude our session by learning outcomes. So, what is the difference between learning objectives and learning outcomes? So, learning objectives is what we are going to study, and learning outcomes are what we had learned. The learning outcomes are history is, the 6W questions are, when we study history, we look out for. Now you can be able to answer for this. Now your home assignment is, take a topic or watch the videos of Kalinga War and answer for the 6W questions. So students, hope that you had understood this chapter. Till this, our chapter 1 in history is completed. In the next session, we can see a new chapter. So thank you students.